Hey guys, welcome to the Hard Times Down South podcast. I'm your lovely host, Axel Hernandez, and I'm with my companions,
Max Prohoda.
And Gio Flynn.
So today we got some topics to talk about here. Axel, you want to start us off?
Yeah, so this new movie called Krampus is opening tomorrow, and so far, looking at the reviews, it has a 67 on Rotten Tomatoes.
You know, that's pretty good for, like, horror movies, though. Have you noticed that horror movies get, like, a bad rap?
Yeah, because what do you think it is that makes horror movies, like, a little lower when it comes to, like, ratings?
Well, I mean, horror movies, they don't have much, like, structure. Like, say normal movies are a sandwich, right? They've got tomatoes, they got lettuce, you know, like, normal cinema pictures, like, dramas, like, comedies. They've got a lot of stuff in that sandwich. You know, horror movies is basically, like, jump scares and mostly, you know, stuff like that. Not a lot of, storyline.
But you do have
so I'd say it's just like a turkey and cheese.
But you do have a few good horror movies that are like a BLT.
So,
yeah.
So what you're saying is it's getting, like, repetitive.
Yeah, the idea is getting repetitive, and I think Krampus is going to be a breath of fresh air,
Oh, yeah,
for sure.
because it's a horror movie that takes place during Christmas. That hasn't really been done before.
I mean, there are a few out there, but it's definitely, like, an original idea.
Yeah. It has a 93% want to see, so, I mean...
I think this is going to be a big hit.
I hear the writing is very sharp and sets up a humorous tone from the get-go. And
so we might do a review because we're all going to see it tomorrow.
And it happens that
it
has mainly comedy actors in it, so I'm thinking it's going to be more of a humorous horror movie.
I don't know. The trailer looked pretty dark. Have you watched the trailer?
I did watch the trailer multiple times, Max. Sorry. I don't know. I don't know really what to expect from the movie. In all honesty.
I mean, they have Adam Scott in it, so
yeah,
that's all I need.
Dude.
Yeah, that's all I need.
Yeah, he's funny, but like, I don't know, it looks a little depressing. He's like in the trailer, he like pours like alcohol into his coffee and stuff. That's a little depressing, man. And I'm not sure Adam Scott's gonna be a comedic character. We'll see though.
Well, I can't really take him seriously not being comedic. I mean,
I can.
I mean, he's a great actor. Don't get me wrong, but like, I'm just so used to seeing him be laughy. But well, you know, we'll see. We'll see tomorrow.
Yeah. So we'll get to you guys back on that topic tomorrow, and yeah, let's take a look at some other stuff. So today in our gag segment, we got a life-size sculpture of Vladimir Putin created from chocolate.
Who
happened today?
Who has the time?
In St. Petersburg, Russia.
Okay. Why?
Organizers of Russia's Festival of Chocolate this year made a life-size chocolate sculptures of Vladimir Putin and his dog. What do you guys think about this?
And his dog.
170 pounds. 170 pounds of dark chocolate.
Oh, dark chocolate, come on.
I know, like, that's disappointing.
Right?
But, I don't know, I kind of get it, but it's a little weird.
I mean, I don't know. I'd be flattered if I got a life-size replica of myself as a chocolate statue. Just saying, that'd be pretty great.
It seems too soft for Vladimir.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't know, he seems like the type of dude to, like, drink a fifth of vodka and, like, skin a bear, but unless he's just, like, made out of chocolate. Yeah. Chocolate's, like, something that you eat. You, like, dip flowers in, and, like, strawberries in a hot fountain. You know?
Fondue.
It's just not something...
Fondue's
I know,
good.
so nice.
Fucking fondue. Oh, God.
Alright, what's next? Gio?
Hit
us up.
Well, I did some research today on the holiday season just right around the corner. And, so, like, we're talking about gifts and holiday tips and gift ideas for the common welfare. This year, so believe it or not, technology is the number one gift to be given this year. We have wearable watches, such as the Apple Watch and the Samsung Watch. Good for fitness, smartwatches. We have tablets ranging from the Fire HD to the iPad Pro.
I feel like technology is becoming a bigger part of our lives now. I know for a fact I wouldn't procrastinate as much if I didn't have a phone. Because
I mean,
yeah,
I feel like that's true. It's definitely very true. I feel like I would get better grades if I didn't have a phone, or
But it's
phones
not.
didn't exist
It's
at all.
not socially acceptable. But like,
What do you mean?
well, I know people that don't have a phone, and
I
social
know
media.
people look down upon them.
But people look down upon them and judge them because they don't have a phone. So it's like, it's kind
that's
of
fucked.
It's sad though.
Yeah, it is sad that we depend so much on technology to be quote unquote popular. And it breaks my heart to see that it's the number one gift to be given.
I don't think it should break your heart.
Well, because
the problem isn't with the technology. I think it's with the people.
Yeah.
I think we should use technology as a tool and not as big of a part in our lives. But I definitely think that is a big thing for gifts, especially if you have kids, or maybe like you want to get something for your sister, brother, cousin, maybe something for like your dad or mother. I don't know, anybody. Technology, everybody uses technology. It's just a general gift for anybody, but it can get very expensive.
I like the idea of technology. Like times used to be simpler, and we didn't have as much technology back then. Back then in the 50s, 50s seemed like a great time period.
Oh yeah, with all the
yes, except
racial stereotypes.
Minus and the only way it'd be nice for you if you are a rich white straight male.
Yeah, but just imagine this. Just picture this: going on a date and going to a diner, getting some burgers and fries, and then
you can still do that.
You can still do that, but it's not like it's not
but
the
getting
same.
a milkshake, sharing a milkshake.
Yeah, it's the aesthetic.
Yeah.
It's really changed. I feel like you walk into a diner nowadays and you just kind of like pay with your Apple Pay or credit card, and then you get a milk machine shake.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say I hate like Apple. Well, I don't hate Apple, but I just hate how they're back on the subject. It just pisses me off.
I don't think it should piss you off that much.
It's just
well, what about Apple? Like, just pisses you off.
Like Apple Pay?
Yeah, well, like how it's so
that's a huge innovation.
It's an innovation, but
very efficient.
I just don't understand why we have to depend so much on technology, because it's ruining. It's not ruining. It's helping us, but in a sense, it's also ruining us.
I think there should be a level of dependency. So, like, for example, if technology fails one day, banks, like lights, of course, everything like that goes out, then what are we going to do?
True.
I mean, what are we going to do? Read a book? Who does that?
Books?
Speaking of books.
What a joke. Okay, let's get back on the topic of gifts. Are there any other tips?
This year, the top gift video gaming system the top gift for giving this year, by price, is the Xbox One 1 terabyte Elite Console Bundle. And it's the most interesting Xbox One bundle because it in fact comes with 1 terabyte of solid-state hybrid drive.
That's a lot of space.
With an Elite controller. Hear that, parents? And number 2 is the PlayStation 4 limited edition Star Wars Battlefront 500 gigabytes bundle. Star Wars. The new movie's coming out this month, actually.
Oh, yeah. I'm so excited.
I'm excited, too. And in fact, I pre-ordered my tickets.
Yeah. Both Max and I are coming with you, remember?
Yeah. Wait, I thought... Yeah, okay. And then just a bunch of other gaming utilities, such as...
Let's talk about Star Wars.
Talk about Star Wars.
Yeah.
Okay, this was not a planned segment, but we're going to talk about Star Wars, because I'm really excited for this movie.
I'm really excited, too. I'm just like, the prequels weren't the best, so I'm just hoping J.J. Abrams will do the movie justice.
I'm honestly keeping my hopes as far, down as they can be, but I'm really excited.
Yeah, I can't say I'm not excited, but...
What do you think, Axel?
But remember, it's J.J. Abrams. He made a TED Talk about his philosophy on movies, so I think we could really, really, depend on him for this.
What do you guys think of the Star Trek movies?
I fell asleep during the first one.
I'm going to be honest. I haven't really been bothered to dabble with the Star Trek series.
I feel like
Star Wars is so much better than Star Trek.
It really is, and sorry to those fans out there who say otherwise, but we're speaking the truth here.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think of those new lightsabers?
Oh, no, it's just that it's not new lightsabers, it's just that...
No, it is.
No, it isn't.
They're like exhaust ports.
No, have you seen,
It's different.
No, the blue lightsaber...
We're talking about the crossguard blade, or whatever?
Yeah.
No, did you see, John Boyega's character in the trailer? His lightsaber was not all frosty, it was solid, normal state of a normal lightsaber.
Yeah, but it's different. It looks different.
So...
I didn't notice.
The one with the two sides.
No, that one. No, I'm talking about the blue one. Oh, we're talking
about the exhaust ports with like Kylo Ren.
Yeah, the blade guard.
I saw this segment on Stephen Colbert's show, which is a really funny show. Check it out, even though it's canceled. And he said that those guards are actually not exhaust ports, but it's all part of the one beam, so that, let's just say they cut off one exhaust port. It's not an exhaust port, it's a beam, and those little cross guards are there just to protect your hand. But
that's pretty smart.
Yeah. I mean, but it probably, like, your maneuverability kind of is probably hindered, I'd imagine. Isn't it like a pretty big blade?
He created he created his lightsaber, so I'm sure he knows how to wield it properly.
Yeah, but I'm sure it has its weaknesses. Like, it's a little slower than most average lightsabers, because I'm pretty sure his lightsaber is bigger than most and heavier.
Maybe weighted differently?
It does look bigger than most.
So,
But then again, when we saw the prequels, Darth Maul's lightsaber was a big shock to us all, and he seemed to maneuver well.
Yeah.
So,
one more thing on Star Wars: Luke Skywalker, is he evil? Yes or no?
Oh, that's the biggest question. I don't think
I'm gonna give it no.
I'm gonna give it no. And when Star Wars rolls around, we'll see who's right.
I'm gonna give a maybe.
I want to say maybe too.
Maybe isn't like a good answer though.
But there are things to suggest that Luke is turned to the dark side. Yoda even back in episode 3 or 6. Is that episode 6? Yeah.
Episode 6.
Yeah. Back in episode 6, we see like Luke is tempted by the dark side and how he almost tries to kill the Emperor, and he lets his emotions get the better of him, not the true Jedi way, and he would have killed the Emperor if it hadn't been for his father, Darth Vader.
True.
And also, I don't know if you guys know this, but in the original screening and the original writing for Star Wars, do you remember how in Episode 2, The Empire Strikes Back, when Luke Skywalker had to face his fears and fights Darth Vader, except it's in the Dagobah system? It's like this, and when he kills him, it's him inside the mask.
Oh, yeah.
And Yoda said, you only take in there what you are, or whatever?
Yes, well,
something like that.
In the original writing for Return of the Jedi, once Luke burns his father, he's supposed to take his mask and put it on and say, I am Darth Vader now. And I just thought that was really interesting to know that in the original writing that he turns evil in the end, and this new Force Awakens, it looks as if he's evil. That's just my defense to think that he might be evil. But then again, who knows?
Yeah. Anyway, we'll be talking about that later on in the show also.
I have one more thing to say.
Oh.
Did you know that there was this man dying of cancer, and his last wish was to see Star Wars? So J.J. Abrams actually gave him a personal screening, and he died not more than 3 days later.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I know.
It's really sweet.
His last dying wish was to see Star Wars.
That's cute.
It is. It really warms your heart.
I like you, J.J. Abrams.
Crazy that like kids can see their first Star Wars in theaters.
I know.
And like my parents as kids saw their first Star Wars in theaters. That's so weird to me.
My mother saw it the original opening night.
All we got were prequels.
The prequel. Oh.
I know, that was awful.
Yeah, but we're like teenagers growing up in this. It's like, this is big.
Oh, Star Wars is amazing.
It is.
It's great. There's not like any other series really like it.
True.
It's a one of a kind thing.
I mean,
So,
oh no, continue.
I was gonna move subjects because we've been talking about Star Wars for a while. What do you guys think about more of a serious subject, like talking about refugees in Syria?
Oh, have you heard Donald Trump's policy on refugees in Syria?
I think that's honestly ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
He wants them to wear labels.
Yeah,
right?
that's what Hitler first did when did the Jews. Like, I'm not comparing him to Hitler or anything, because he's
no, I'm comparing to Hitler.
No one's like I don't think Donald Trump's that evil to be.
No, comparing him isn't saying that he's that evil. I'm just saying that's something that Hitler did, and that's how things like this start, though.
Yeah, and people wonder why we get. Like, I'm not saying it's justified that we get attacked, but I'm saying it just gives them more reason to attack us because we're being racist, and we're not, racist, and we're not letting them in because of minor misconceptions.
Okay.
I mean, I think one of the Paris bombers that went to the stadium was not Muslim, had like none of that origin at all. Often, like, ISIS recruits people who are on like their last legs, or like drug addicts, or people who are very poor.
And people who are very weak-minded.
Yeah.
And won't go.
So I don't think it's definitely not just like. Have you guys ever watched the Fox News segments? Oh God, they're so awful. Honestly, they're so hard to watch. Like, have you guys actually?
A couple of times, yeah. Last time I watched, couldn't bear to watch any further. So, yeah.
I mean, it's just awful. Those people are horrible. I can't watch. I can't.
I'll be honest here, and I'm gonna say I'm not really too educated on my politics. So, fill me in on what's going on.
Oh, fill you in on what's going on with the. Well, actually, recently there was a shooting too, somewhere in the U.S.
It was in L.A.
Yeah, it was in L.A. and Fox News was covering this. And this wasn't some like big event, but I was watching this. I think it was the night before last, and pretty much they were keeping like all the suspects' identities, right? And Fox News was only covering this to like see what the identity of the person was, and they're like, we have to find out whether this is terrorism or not. It's like, either way, a shooting is terrorism. It doesn't matter the identity of a person, whether he's white, black, or Muslim. Either way, it's terrorism. It's funny how we define school shootings like as a crime and not terrorism, and then like bombings as terrorism.
I feel like we only classify terrorism as if you're not from the U.S. and you attack. But like, terrorism can come from a white person, black person, any person. It's terrorism when you terrorize.
The definition of terrorism doesn't have anything to do with race.
Well, that's how we perceive it today.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. We might get better at this. We might try some different things out. Yeah, Axel, you want to do our closing statement?
Yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed the podcast, and we'll see you next week.
All right.
Peace.
See ya.